goodness gracious. Technology. That is all I'm gonna say. Technology. A pain in the butt. Having trouble getting connected. So, I don't know, I literally told my husband, I was like, you and Julian, like, everybody has got to get off the internet. Like, they kicked my kid off his games, kicked the hubby off of watching TV. Anyway, happy Tuesday. Happy day after Thanksgiving, and for all of the teachers out there like me, bless you. We survived. It was a hot mess today. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Erica, and I am going to be doing this training today. I have been on this coaching wellness journey since 2017. Before that, I was on again and off again with my just with health in general. I was not very good at sticking to anything. Wasted a lot of gym memberships, paying for them, and not going. I was like the gym dropout queen. That was me. Just unable to stick. Nothing would stick. 2017, Erica was depressed, not confident, painfully shy, alone, and just very unhappy with my body. I was always somebody who was very thin, but I started to find myself being the term that I like to call like skinny fat because I still looked thin, but I was just very, very unhealthy, and all of my unhealthy habits were starting to catch up with me, especially the older that I got. I was completely at rock bottom in 2017. I was 1 year post a miscarriage that nobody knew about. Very, very few people. Hey, sweet girl. Very, very few people knew about. And so I wanted to just find a way that I could heal myself. You can take that. You want to take that? You go see Daddy. Like that. Can you shut the door if you're going to stay in here? Shut the door. So I was at rock bottom, and I knew that the only way to go from there was up. So I just started. Baby, can you go ask Daddy for a marker? Mommy can't get it for you. I started with one step at a time. I started with completing my first program. And then the next step, I started changing up my nutrition. I didn't go all in and all at once. And then I just kept going, putting one foot in front of the other over and over again. And then here I am 5 years later, feeling more confident and more and feeling very grateful for that decision that I made all those years ago, and deciding to just start. Hang on. Oh, when the husband is supposed to be watching the toddler. Anyway, so today's topic that I want to talk to you about is why changing your behaviors is just the start. A common mistake that I see all the time is that, we're setting big, sweeping resolutions and think they're going to change just like that all at once, a new person, and it's just going to happen overnight. Okay. Yes. You go take a bath?
Come here. Mommy sit back first, and then we get mine.
Oh goodness. I have set a lot of goals in my life. I would set this big goal of, I was going to get fit and I was going to, I don't know, can't think of what I was going to say right now. But I've set a lot of goals in my life, and I would be all in for a week or so, and every single time I would quit over and over and over again. This is why resolutions don't work, because we can't change overnight. It's just not possible. But we expect it to. We want those microwave results. We want the 2-day Amazon Prime delivery on our results, but it just doesn't work that way. Can you guys hear my daughter? She's not happy. She has to go take a bath. Anyway, so it just doesn't work that way. Okay. I gotta put my glasses on because I cannot read my notes. Okay, so there are different layers of change. There are 5 layers in which change has to take place. Like, for real and lasting change to occur, all of those things have to come together. And when a lot of people set out to make a change, like a New Year's resolution, they start at the base level, which is just changing your behavior. So we're going to make sure to cover all 5 of those layers this week. But the first layer, the first level of change, is your behavior. And this is where your habits live. This is what you do day to day. This is what you like. This is what you are doing. And a lot of people think that change happens in the doing. And I mean, it does. It does happen in the doing. But changing what you're doing is important. I mean, you can't expect a different outcome if you don't change what you're doing. But it really goes so much deeper than that. It goes so much deeper than just changing what you're doing. It goes so much deeper than just saying that you're going to go to the gym. And that's why it doesn't stick. It's like you're going to the gym every day, and then after the 10th day, you don't go anymore, because changing your behavior only goes so far. They say that it takes 21 days to make a habit, but what happens when life happens, or something comes up and you can't even make it to the 21 days? You're not flawed. You aren't flawed. The reason why you can't stick to your resolution, your goal, is not because you're flawed and you just can't do it. It's because your resolutions are flawed. Think about where you'll be in 6 months once we figure this out. Think about where you'll be a year from now once we figure this out. Think about how your life will change. So, tomorrow, I will be going live probably around 5 o'clock. You guys are gonna have to bear with me. I scheduled this on like seriously the busiest week ever. Julian is being he has his beta induction tomorrow, and it's at 6:30. So I'm planning for 5, maybe a little bit earlier than that. But you're going to want to be there. We are going to be talking about the role that your environment plays in your overall success. So we have that first layer that we need to change, and of course that is our behavior. So we want to change our behaviors, and then that second layer that we're going to look at is the environment and how that plays a role into setting goals and getting them to stick. So hope that was good for you. I am just so excited to be talking about this topic because I've been so terrible at setting goals for such a long time, and I have finally found something that works for me, and I'm just really excited to be able to share that with you all this week. So come back tomorrow, and I'll see you then. Bye.